Describe a time when you were appreciated for something you did. You should say, when it was what you did who appreciated you, and explain how you felt when you were appreciated for the thing you did. Model answer 1. I try to help out people without seeking any appreciation or any other things in return. And it is, of course, our human nature to appreciate the help, even though not all of us display their appreciation explicitly. But today, I would like to talk about a time when someone explicitly appreciated me for my assistance. It happened about a few years ago, and my neighbor, Kim Lee, needed to leave the city for a few days in order to see his ailing grandmother. To introduce Kim, he could easily be considered as one of the nicest neighbors one could ever hope for, and he lived with his family a couple of blocks away from my house in the same neighborhood. Kim used to own and run his own small super shop, which I used to visit almost every other day in order to buy different kinds of stuff. So, we had a very warm relationship with each other. Thus, when he asked me to watch after his house for a few days, I just couldn't refuse. Kim told me what exactly needed to be done, including picking up the newspapers from his front lawn every morning, helping his employees to open and close his super shop, and turning the lights on of his house during the evening. He also asked me to spend a couple of hours at his house every day, if possible, and keep the heater in his house turned on in order to keep his house warm, as it was really cold at that time. Anyway, Kim left the city after giving me the instructions. But when he came back after visiting his old and seriously ill grandmother, he didn't forget to thank me with a very big smile on his happy face. Even though I wasn't exactly looking for any kind of appreciation from my neighbor, I felt really great and useful. After his words of appreciation, I also felt that a little token of appreciation for our good deeds from the people around us would take our relationship even farther, a really long way. Model answer 2. There are many occasions in everyone's lives when they did something to help others. These acts of generosity are sometimes praised and sometimes go unnoticed. If someone appreciates me for such a thing, I take it as a positive sign and try to do more. I would like to talk about an incident happened with me when I was in the 6th standard. My best friend at that time was my classmate and belonged to a poor family. He didn't have his school books as his family couldn't afford them. He found it very difficult to cope up with the course due to this issue. I thought about helping him somehow and came up with many ideas. With my father's permission, I decided to ask my seniors for all their used books for the 6th class. I was overwhelmed with their response, as many of them came forward with their books to help me and my friend out. I then went to the principal of the school and asked her for a small place in the library with a few empty cabinets. I proceeded to make posters announcing the children to bring their used books from the past years and donate them for the children who could not afford them. This initiative of mine was praised a lot by my whole school, and every teacher patted my back for this noble deed. It was an exhilarating moment when my class teacher came up to the stage the next day and appreciated me with motivating words that moved me and urged me to do more for the people around me.